Alrighty, guys, welcome back. Earlier, we were discussing the world's first restaurant completely run by robots, and now we're going to be diving into our oddities of the day. Um, got
Oh
a
boy.
got an interesting one today. Interesting, to say the least. Um, a wealthy woman in Shanghai, China, has decided to bequeath her $2.8 million fortune to her pets, completely excluding her three children from the inheritance. The woman reportedly felt neglected by her children in her old age and decided to leave everything to her loyal cats and dogs who stayed by her side. Chinese online reactions varied, with some supporting her decision, citing similar intentions for their own assets. As it's not legally possible to leave money directly to animals in China, a local veterinary clinic will manage the inheritance for the pets. The woman's will specifies that the funds must be spent on her pets and their offspring after her passing. Despite concerns about the risk, the China Will Registration Center suggests that she could modify her will if her children's attitudes change in the future.
Okay. This is not the first time I have seen this or
Mm-hmm.
heard this. It's happened in the US.
Mm-hmm.
This was a few years ago. I can't remember who the person was, but he was like a millionaire as well. And so what he did was he set up a trust for
Oh,
his dogs.
yeah.
And the trust made sure the dogs were taken care of and the offsprings of their dogs and everything like that. That's Okay, no. Give me your side. I need to marinate on this one a little bit. This is weird to me.
Well, my parents watch this show, so I think I have to be very careful with what I say. Um,
Hi, mom and dad.
well, I treat my parents very well, so I'm not really worried that they're gonna leave their money to their dogs instead of me. But my parents do love their pets, and they treat their pets like they are children. We've always had dogs growing up, and the dogs were always allowed like to get on the couch, sleep in the bed with us. We'd feed them food off our plate and stuff like that. So our dogs are always very spoiled. So while my parents love all of us, all the children, um, I don't foresee them leaving any part of their fortune to the dogs, and I would really hope that they wouldn't. But you know, I guess guys, make sure you're treating your parents right, because if not, they're not gonna leave any inheritance for you. They're gonna leave it to
That is nuts.
give it to their pets.
Okay. Okay. I love my dogs.
Hmm.
Absolutely love them. And I don't have a problem with people leaving uh a trust for their pets to make sure their pets are taken care of
Hmm.
and their kids. But I don't know if unless you have really horrible kids, uh, they're still your offspring and you should
Yeah.
take care of them.
Hmm.
Or maybe donate the money, you to a family friend or another family member. That's a weird one. Because
Yeah.
I get it because of the fact that your dogs are like your kids. I'm
Hmm.
thinking more about the dogs, and I'm not really the cat guy,
Oh, I love
but
cats.
see, I cats
I have a
cats are
cat.
wonderful, but yeah, the dog is so loyal to me. I
I have a
have
cat.
two chihuahuas. How many cats? One
I
or
have a I have
more?
a I have a dog right now that still resides with my parents, and then the cat is technically my boyfriend's cat, but
Hmm.
we share the cat. It's our cat.
Wow.
So a
I
dog and a cat.
pets are wonderful. I love them. Um, I don't know about how do you imagine this? At least at least with this family, they're kind of like, hey, we're not giving you crap. I'm giving it to the dog. Remember, we were talking about that 9 month cruise, and the one family was like, you thought you were gonna get the inheritance.
Yeah.
I'm going on. You're spending an entire inheritance on a cruise.
Hmm.
Well, I'd rather see my parents do that. Hey, we're going on a cruise. We're gonna enjoy it and flip me the bird and move on and have a great time.
I
Then
think
I
I
don't. You've been a horrible son. The money's going to Sparky.
yeah. I think as long as like you've done all you can as a parent and your children are grown, I think, I don't really think your children should be depending on you to leave inheritance for them. That shouldn't
Right. I agree with
be.
that as well. Each person should make their own
Um
path in life.
so as long as like the parents have done what they're supposed to and, like help them like pay for college and stuff, after that, after they're grown up and have their own jobs and their own lives, I don't really feel like the parents should feel guilty for doing whatever they want to do with their own money because they've done as
I
much as
agree.
they can for you. You're an adult now, But also, mom and dad, if you're watching, if you want to leave me inheritance, I'm not going to say no. But
Mom
don't
and
feel the
dad,
need to.
Faith has not been a good daughter. I am up for adoption, and I will call you every other day just to say hello, see how you're doing. You can come visit whenever you want to.
uh,
I will be that new
I
son.
I text my parents. My parents and I have a group chat. I text my parents every single day, and normally I call my mother at
That's
least.
awesome.
I normally call my mom once a week. So I've been a little busy though. So I think I talked to her 2 weeks ago. So I have to call her
I
this
have
week.
I used to have this thing where every Sunday, I actually learned this from my dad. When I was a kid growing up, every Sunday he would call his mom.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always tried to make it a rule to try to call my parents every Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Now that my parents have gotten older, I try to call more often. But I think about I was thinking about this about a friend of mine who his dad is much older and his dad uses inheritance as a weapon. If you don't call me, I'm taking you out of the will. If you don't take me here, take me there, every time if it's like, Dad, I'm kind of busy right now.
Mm-hmm.
You don't deserve the inheritance. And he throws the inheritance up to make him do everything. I think that's bad as well.
Yeah.
But I think each person should be able to do whatever they want with their money.
Mm-hmm.
You went out, I went out and I made my life and I made my career.
Mm-hmm.
So now that I'm older, I should, somebody shouldn't be like waiting on me to kick the bucket so I can leave them their fortune.
Right.
So I don't feel that way either. I think each person should be able to do whatever they want. And if
Mm-hmm.
they want to leave it to their turtle Tippy and his inheritance, I
Listen,
change my mind. Go for it.
I get it. I get it a little bit more with turtles because turtles live a really
Oh
long time.
yes.
And like
Turtles live forever.
if you have a turtle or a bird, I understand leaving a large sum for that pet because they live
Oh yes.
forever.
Ever. I
So
mean, like you get a turtle right now, your great 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 grandkids will still have it. And this is where I'm with you. Leave that inheritance where it's in a trust where it's like
yeah.
you get a little allowance to take care of Tippy the turtle for generations. So it forces every family member. If you
What
want that
a
darn allowance, you got to
what a
take care of Tippy.
what an odd what like that would be such an odd like family heirloom. Like
Yes,
imagine
generations, generations.
imagine like your great grandmother passed away like 10 years ago and you have now bequeathed her,
Oh no, 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 no,
parrot.
no, no. Worse than that. When the turtles, it's great great grandma down the line.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't even know her. I don't even know what her name is, but we got her turtle. We have her turtle in hand right now. We're feeding him right now.
I
You
think
didn't
at
even have
that
a say
point,
in it.
I think at that point, I would find a good habitat for them to live in.
See,
Donate them to a
that's
zoo or something.
this is the reason why. This is that using the inheritance as a weapon. Put the money in a trust and be like, everyone who takes care of Tippy gets a monthly stipend for taking care of. Why did I name Tippy to make him Tippy the turtle? I don't know. But you get allowance as long as Tippy is alive.
Yeah. Well,
This is a weird one. I don't even know
yeah.
how to feel on this one.
Uh,
Robot restaurants and Tippy's inheritance.
Timmy's
Or
inheritance.
I've changed
So
the whole story.
I guess my advice for you guys is, treat your parents right, or they're
Oh
not gonna
yes.
leave you anything. They're gonna leave it all to their pets.
If your parents got bank, you better take care of them.
Yeah.
Take care of your parents anyway,
Yeah.
even if they're broke as hell. Do the
Yeah.
best you can.
Love your parents as much as they have loved you.
Exactly. Be understanding as
Yeah.
well.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to close out the show. Thank you for tuning in to the Andrew Tate Show presented by GSMC Sports Network. Your support means a lot to us, so please remember to subscribe to the show and leave it a positive review. It really does make a difference. We also invite you to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram for more content and updates. Thank you once again. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you tomorrow.